A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Rack your look for spring at Nordstrom Rack and save up to 60% on brands you love. Rag & Bone, Vince, Marc Jacobs, Adidas, Joe's, and more. Great brands, great prices every day at Nordstrom Rack. Score new dresses, denim, sandals, designer bags, and sunglasses, plus updates for the family and home. Get your spring on for less, up to 60% less, today at your Nordstrom Rack store. What will you find?
What's up, y'all? This is Tim Einenkel with The Library. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. That's at The Library with Tim. That's at The Library with Tim. Also, check me out on rapstation.com for my full interviews and also updates from all the And You Don't Stop crew. Here's part 2 of my interview with Treach from Naughty by Nature. Obviously a lot of the fans, or a lot of people know you for OPP, Feel Me Flow, Uptown Anthem, and of course Hip Hop Hooray. But I was wondering, are there songs that you wish people knew, like, or any of the songs that I guess the masses have slept on?
Nah, not really, because the true fans and stuff is crazy. They know album songs. You know what I mean? So it's like, even if we do a song that we never had a single for on the show, I mean, the funniest thing to me is like going to Japan and stuff, and they don't even speak English, but they can recite every word that you're saying off of any song that you play, whether it was a single or not. So it's like, I think every song that we put out, every single that we put out at the time was right on time. It was for the era. It was for the people, and it was good choices. It was good choices. Because all the singles that we put out had a real long life. And, you know, like you said, it's still out there 22 years later. We could perform the songs, and the crowd is going crazy like they brand new.
I want to go into one of the tracks on 1993. Ready for them with featuring Heavy D.
There comes the man you dig, the man you dug, the man you love, the man you hug. So come get some of the funky drum. Here I come, lights, camera, bunny, punani action. I'm the Don in the city, known for the nitty gritty. Consider me Big Willie, consider you itty bitty. I'm the youngest in the family of 6. I flirted with chicks, and then I learned tricks in the ghetto mix.
Wow.
Heavy D passed away a little over 2 years ago. So, you know, just for the fans, what was it like, one, working with Heavy, and two, like, what kind of person was he?
Man, Hev was a champ. He was a trooper and one of the original founders, man, of the quick tongue lyrical spit game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hev was complicated with his lyrics, and he was smooth, and he was a big boy that was out there dancing like he was Kid and Play size. You know, so just to see, it was so many different amazing heights to Heavy D. He was one of the coolest people you could meet. Like, everything was a smile on his face, everything, like, it wasn't a problem, let's just make it happen type of attitude. And when it came time to make them records, it wasn't nothing for him to go in and write his and knock it out like he already had it done. He'll come in there and tear it down. So he's truly missed. We love him to death, and his legacy is definitely going to live on.
I want to ask you about a couple more songs, and I have a lot of favorites. Uptown Anthem, I've always thought it in a weird way as a kind of a tribute to the rhyming style of Kane and Rakim.
Me and Ben Rock win spots in flocks and groups and troops with timber boots and jail suits. That's how I roll in my hair, do dope. When the will I got wanting competition ain't dope. Beat you, break you, broke you, smoke you, take you, send you to your little group on mute. Sooner or later,
were they kind of the inspiration behind your flow, or is this? I mean, obviously it's your own flow as well. And also, what was the inspiration also behind that song?
I think artists I think I'm a combination of everybody I grew up on. Everybody I admire. Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Slick Rick, Cool G Rap, Run DMC, LL Cool J. I feel as though like when I first started, in order for me to get my own style, all of them was in me, because that's what I grew up listening to, and I know when I first came out, I sounded more like LL Cool J than anybody else.
Going into another song, Everything Gonna Be All Right. Was that the hardest song you've ever written? Not in terms of, just all over. I mean, was it a hard song to write, or did that just come out?
I think probably the hardest song for me to write was More Than You Till I Join You, the tribute to Tupac. Oh. That was probably the hardest song for me to write.
Was 90 on the PE tour when we met. Damn, don't even seem like 7 years past. Both roadies now homies out the hood on the scene. You did the Humpty with the U, I did the Walk with the Queen. Was a dream, smoking and drinking throughout the day.
I mean, you guys were close friends, right?
Yeah. So Ghetto Bastard was basically like a biography of my life.
Right.
So it was actually easy to write because I knew the story.
Right.
Yeah, and the track was so melodic and everything else. Certain songs, I'll say, like, once I hear the beat, the beat write the rhymes, because I don't even know where the lyrics just come from. But before I turn around, it's like the song is done, and it's just everything it should have been.
And some get nuts, some catch a bad one, and some leave the job half done. I was one who never had and always mad, never knew my dad. Motherfucker, where anywhere I did pick up, lips and click up, sipping these stick-ups, cause critters had to trigger hiccups. I couldn't get a job, nappy hair was not allowed. My mother couldn't afford us, all she had to throw me out. I walked the strip with just a clip who wanna hit. They got them quick, I had to eat this money, stood and spit. I threw in praise, I wasn't paid enough. I kept them on cause I couldn't afford a haircut. I got laughed at, I got chumped, I got dissed. I got upset, I got a check and a banana clip. Was down the throat and led to any deal and jack can. I still have been broke, so a lot of coulda, woulda, did or done. If not for bad luck, I wouldn't have none. Why did I have to live a life for such a bad one? Why when I was a kid and played, I was a sad one, and always wanted to live like this a fat one.
It's amazing that for you, a lot of rhymes, come off effortlessly, and it doesn't sound like it's coming off effortlessly. Like each lyric obviously has a thought to it, and obviously your flow is tight, and it's been amazing for the last 22 years. So Chuck said, I just want you to get your reaction to this. Treach is the king, a real cat who has embraced the equality of rappers in regions terribly overlooked. Naughties are ambassadors. I wanted to just get your reaction to that.
Wow. I mean, coming from Chuck, man, he's one of the originals. He's one of the ones that, like I said, in that era, Public Enemy, that was another group that all I listened to. So I guess the militant side of me was the Chuck side that rolled off on me. You know what I mean? The more politically influenced type of lyrics definitely came from spawning from the vibe from Chuck D. So, I mean, we learned a lot from everybody that's coming. Another thing we learned from Public Enemy, which Public Enemy was the first to do, was like just really brand their clothing and their logo. You knew that PE logo anywhere. You knew when you saw Public Enemy in bold print, you wanted one of those shirts. You wanted one of those hats. So when we came out, we was like, yo, even from the days before Naughty, when we were New Style, we had our own jackets, we had our own, you know what I mean, our whole look and everything else, because we know, like, yo, we got to go out there and really brand our brand and put it out there so the world knows that even if the brand ends up being bigger than the group itself, because we never knew how many records we would end up selling. So we were doing everything on the mind state of, you know what, we need to really just put full force in everything to make sure this group is going to be successful one way or the other. And people are going to know this group once they mention it years down the line as we wanted to be known as one of their favorite groups.
Was it, when you guys first came out, I mean, obviously this rap wasn't that as popular as it is now. I mean, there was, in the 90s, there were so many driving forces against it. I mean, some radio stations refused to play it. Was that ever a deterrent for you guys, or was that just more of an inspiration?
That was an inspiration, because we was like, look, man, we got to come out here and get a part of this game. Like, we didn't know what the radio stations was going to do. We didn't know what the video outlets was going to play. We thought, like, really our stuff was going to be too hard for them to even accept. And especially when we had, like, the concept or the title, concept OPP, we was like, as soon as they find out what this means, nobody's going to play this song. So we was like, yo, let's just go for it. Wow. Let's go for it. Put it out there. It's good music to us. It's catchy. We like it. So if the label is behind it, they're going to work it. Hey, what we got to lose? Right. We got a shot at it. Let's go. And we ain't in the business of being scared. If we made it in the streets, we could come out on this industry. It ain't nothing that's going to deter anything that we want to do out here. And we had the great leader, Queen Latifah, so we were really feeling ourselves like, we got this.
That was part 2 of my interview with Treach from Naughty by Nature. Follow me on Twitter at The Library with Tim. That's at The Library with Tim. And keep it locked to www.rapstation.com. Peace.
You about to feel the chronicles of a bionicle, lyrically spitting, dismissing. I'm on a mission and just hitting. Now it's written and hitting with mittens. I'm missing, wishing, man, listen. I glisten like sun and water while fishing. Bust the move in this word. Serve words with nerve embedded. I said it word. Damn, you nerd, man, you heard. Coming from the town of Illy and alleys are full of Phillies and rallies. Suckers get silly and Sally. Them founding alleys and rallies. Really? So here we go. Now holla if you hear me, though. Come and feel me. Flow. Never Nixon with tricking brothers, bitching over fixins that ain't fitting to be hitting for nothing. Spitting things is spitting and getting written off. You're like a bad planner, boy, you're pissing me off. Boy, you even started, so what, so long, see you fly by my drive. How else could I say it when you play it? Try boom, bye, 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 bye. Here we go, now holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go, now holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. The flow poetical, with skills only a better, no where's the weather flow that's on point like decimals, manhandling new crews, partying with the zoo crew, looking for the pink and poo-poos. I thought you knew two stone styles of stamina, jamming, and while we're planning the jam, we bust with a party amateur damages, managing, damaging mice, men, and even mannequins. You're a fan again, now I wanna know who's the man again. Naughty's back like vertebrae, word to hey I ho, the way I show you pray I flow. Steady breaking to the boogie, so bang time to slang bang and watch all the Wu-Tang tags hang. Here we go, now holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go, now holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Playing K, you break the body up, but beat the break into boogie. Firm and fully chase bass lines like bullies. All we wanna know is if your body wanna party. It's the Wu-Tang tang for everybody. So hip up and split up, get up, your wit up, souped up, put your dukes up, no guts set up or sit up, flip up, watch us rip up, shake shows until they fizz up, rizz up, like you're with us. If not, zip up your lip up, whip up. Hits with ransom, foul styles get and once we came back 'cause we heard hip hop needed another anthem, black like Noah. In fact, then for ya, and we was back in the days with the justice we'd have been known as the flowers. Revenue since the 70s, find me. So we went crazy in the 80s, so we woke his heinies in the 90s. Oops, the naughties, troops in sections of 40. So clap your hands and hold your shorty. I'm naughty. Here we go now. Holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now. Holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now. Holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow. Here we go now. Holla if you hear me, oh, come and feel me flow.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.